Hello, 88.3 WXOU-FM, and welcome to Sunday Night Nerd Fest, your favorite 2 hours every Sunday night where we talk about the shows, the video games, the cards, and hobbies of us nerds. My name is Jake, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Mel. Mel, how are you?
I'm doing good. I mean, I think I speak for everybody when I say we missed Sunday Night Nerd Fest last week.
Yes, absolutely. So, the reason we were on a little bit of a hiatus was because I had the flu, and I'm very sorry to all of our listeners at home that I got the flu, but we are here now, and we're back.
And you are feeling better.
And I'm feeling better. I actually sound a lot better, too, so that's good. Yeah, so we got a lot in store for you today. We had to move some stuff around because, man, we did not realize how big Phase 3 of the MCU was. But
and I'm so excited.
Oh, we both are. But before we get into it, really quick, a quick announcement. Does your family have a plan for any emergency? For more information on making a plan, go to ready.gov. This message was brought to you by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and the Ad Council. Alrighty, let's do it. We're going to start with MCU Phase 3. So
Yes, and it starts off hot.
Yeah, it starts off really hot. So we've been going through the Marvel Cinematic Universe phases. We went through Phase 1 and Phase 2. We got through both of those in half an hour.
If you have not listened to those, they are up on our Spotify and YouTube.
Yes.
Just search up Sunday Night Nerd Fest on either your Spotify or YouTube, and you can watch episode 1 and episode 2 now.
Absolutely.
Watch.
Well, no, listen. Yeah, so we are getting all of our shows uploaded now, so if you guys miss a live show or you just want to re-listen to stuff, you can always visit us on our Spotify or our YouTube account. But anyways, we finished Phase 1 and Phase 2 both in half an hour apiece. But Phase 3 has double the amount of movies of Phase 1 and Phase 2. So we've got a full hour lined up for you guys.
Or
close.
Marvel Phase 3.
Of Phase 3, because we got a lot to talk about. We got 11 movies here. So it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, so it's going to be quite a lot.
Yeah. Let's kick it off. Captain America Civil War.
I love this movie. I think it does the whole MCU justice.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, because what? You're coming from, in chronological order.
You're coming from
Let me search it up.
Ultron after this?
Let me search it up. I don't
remember where we're coming from, but so in Captain America Civil War, this movie is not a Captain America movie. This movie is an Avengers movie. Let's be super honest.
No, it's 100% Avengers movie, but I don't know. It's just great. It's just amazing.
Yeah, we follow Cap, or Steve Rogers, through his journey to get rid of the other Winter Soldiers with Bucky, and the kind of tensions between the other Avengers, like Iron Man, Black Widow, Rhodey, Vision, Black Panther is in this one too.
Yeah, and this happens all after the events of Ultron.
This is right after Ultron, right?
Right after, so it's Ultron, Ant-Man.
Oh, okay.
And then Civil War.
Yeah, but I mean, it's great. It brings everyone together. It's really tough because there are certain parts of this movie that you can agree with either side on. Now, I
have to ask you, Jake.
Yes.
This is one of the most important questions. Team Captain America or Team Iron Man?
Team Iron Man. Team Iron Man.
Because, okay, teams. We got Iron Man, Vision, Black Widow, War Machine, Spider-Man, and Black Panther.
Yep.
There's no way Captain America's team wins. We have Captain America, Falcon, Hawkeye, Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch, Ant-Man. But, like, the only good one of that is Scarlet Witch.
Makes it really close, though. Scarlet Witch is crazy. But Vision also...
Okay, let Vision go and, like, woo her, and then we're done.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not even teams. I just kind of agree with Iron Man more. His kind of stance on it. Like, they kill a lot of people. Right? That... Let's be super honest. There's a lot of collateral damage when they're going to town and saving stuff. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially at the beginning of the movie, when you have the whole what's his name? I gotta do some research. Give me a second.
Are you talking about
yes,
the guy who
tries to blow them up at the beginning?
Yes.
And then Wanda has to capture it and put it into a building.
Yes. Yep.
What's the guy's name?
I don't know the guy's name, but he is the main villain in Civil War. He pins them all against each other.
Oh, no, not Zemo.
Not Zemo?
Not Zemo. It's one of the... It's
a
main character. It's like a main Marvel character. I just cannot...
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the van scene where Zemo did like face prosthetics to make himself look like Buck, and then set off that
bomb that killed T'Challa's dad.
Yeah.
T'Chaka.
King T'Chaka.
I think so. I don't know.
No, that's it. You got it. But this movie is crazy.
It's so good. I mean, this is one of those films that you actually have to watch. Also, the character is named Crossbones.
Crossbones. Okay.
Who's a main character and he was the main villain in Winter Soldier.
That makes sense.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie's really good. It goes into a lot of, superheroes versus government, but also superheroes versus bad guys and
superheroes versus superheroes.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, it is a civil war, right?
Yeah.
That is the whole purpose of this movie. And the fight scenes between these characters is insane.
It's an amazing movie. I mean, it's one of my top 10, obviously.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe top 5. But
yeah.
Just the whole ending kind of had me, and it was like, okay, Zemo just wants to kill himself, and it's like, okay, but then they stop him, and then, oh, look at that, Iron Man's beating up Captain America. I don't know, the ending was kind of anticlimactic.
I thought the ending was great, personally. I disagree. I think Zemo trying to create this stir between the heroes had such a lasting effect, and he knew it would.
Yes.
And he knew he would never get out, so he was trying to get away from it.
Or like the fact they introduced those super soldiers just to kill them off.
No, I thought that was awesome.
Really?
I thought that was great. Because it really paints Zemo as how bad of a guy he is. Like, really. Because let's think of it like this. If Cap and Iron Man and Bucky had gotten there, they probably wouldn't have killed him. They probably would have tried to do what Cap ended up doing with Bucky, which was rehabilitate him.
Yeah.
Right? So there would have been 5 more super soldiers, possibly, in the Avengers.
Or they would have killed them.
One or the other, but Zemo really just playing all of his cards right at that end scene was awesome. And bringing up the tape of Bucky with Tony's parents. That was insane.
That was insane. I wasn't expecting that. And this movie was just amazing.
There were so many twists and turns in it. I mean, shoot, even Spider-Man was a big twist,
Right, we just got introduced to Tom Holland. That's his very first scene in the MCU.
Yep. It's Tony sitting on the couch with Aunt May eating a date loaf and then goes into Peter's room and spits it out.
Yeah, we have a scene like that in the
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show. Yeah.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
I already owe you plenty. But yeah, it's such a great movie, and getting introduced to all of these characters and seeing how they actually interact is what made this phase so good.
There's no words to describe it because it's just up there, and it's like, if you're gonna watch an Avengers film, watch this one.
Yeah, this one will showcase all of your favorite characters.
100%. And also, this one literally leads into every single film or show after this.
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't watch it? Falcon and the Winter Soldier show has Zemo in it.
Really?
Like, it has Shannon Carter in it, too. Like,
really? Okay. Maybe I have to watch it.
I mean, it's not that good, but you gotta watch it.
Okay. Well, maybe I can just dog on it some more. Anyways, let's move on to one of the only characters...
Wait! What do you think the Rotten Tomato score was for this movie?
Oh, this is like 92.
90.
Really?
But still pretty good for Rotten Tomatoes.
That's still really solid for Rotten Tomatoes. And just so everyone at home knows how I'm going down the list of Phase 3... It's off Wikipedia. I don't know. They just put it in this.
No,
order.
it's like actually Phase 3. It's the
is this the actual phase? Oh, yes, release order. That's what I'm looking at. Let's talk about a character that wasn't in Civil War.
Yes, he was.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
In Civil War? Are you sure? I didn't think he was.
Are we talking about the same character?
Doctor Strange?
Oh, I have a different order here.
Doctor Strange is the next movie, released November 4th, 2016.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah, so let's talk about it.
He wasn't.
Doctor Strange. This was a great movie.
Oh, I thought it was amazing. And having...
I'm waiting.
Steven. Who plays Steven? What's the actor's name?
Oh,
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes, you're so right.
Having him as Doctor Strange is honestly one of the best castings, besides from Iron Man.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he played Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
and now he plays Doctor Strange. And I don't know, this movie was amazing. His whole story, his whole everything.
Yeah.
It's just spectacular.
This is probably one of the best one-off movies they've come out. Well, it's not even a one-off anymore. I forgot.
But the second one does it justice too, in my opinion. You haven't seen it though.
Nope. Yeah, the first Doctor Strange movie was so good. Exploring how Strange went from this super cocky surgeon to a master of the mystic arts is such a cool character development for him, because he was a cocky bastard in the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah, and he got so humbled, I think, by that whole experience.
By that car crash.
Because he was a neurosurgeon, and there goes his hands.
Yeah.
Now his whole life purpose, and then I don't know what's his lover's name. Christine, there that goes, and then
everything disappeared.
Everything disappears from his life. Everything's gone. Yep. He's lost all purpose, and he tries to go and find this magical place. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I love this movie. It was great. It did it. Benedict Cumberbatch just does
Strange
perfectly.
So well. I don't think they could have cast Strange any better than they did.
No, it's like...
But, I mean, just the way that you learn about Strange, too, and the way that he goes about learning the mystic arts is so awesome. Because he is so skeptical for so long. But then once you see the gears shift in his head, and it really shifts into, okay, this is real. This is a thing that I am learning how to do, and it works. And that shift is so cool. And
just the whole premise of his character. You have this person who has been a neurosurgeon his entire life, has worked night and day to become this neurosurgeon, lost it, and is now learning, the arts, of magic.
The mystic arts.
The mystic arts. This is our very first, besides from Wanda, which we don't even know the backstory at this point.
No.
In the story.
At this point in the story, we don't know.
So, just, knowing his backstory, and then the bald lady...
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love her. And then you get introduced to Wong, too.
Yeah, I mean, this movie was great. It, normally I'm not a big magic superhero guy. I think it's a little goofy.
Yeah, 100%.
But this is really good. I'm not the biggest Wanda fan, but that's also just because I don't really understand enough about her character to be...
It's almost like you should have watched WandaVision.
I did watch it.
You did? And you still don't understand it?
Not really.
Oh, well, you didn't see the second movie either.
No, I didn't. So, I guess I just like Strange because in his movie, the first movie he appears in, they actually go into his backstory.
Yes.
And they show us who he is as a character. Yes. And I think that's why this movie is so good.
And it also introduces him as this Doctor Strange and going to What If, where we have that Doctor Strange.
Oh, gosh. What If is so good. I love What If.
It's so good.
But, alright, I gotta guess. Rotten Tomatoes. Right. Pull it up.
Rotten Tomato score.
Oh, I'm gonna guess it now while you Google it.
Yep.
I'm gonna say 87.
An 87?
87
Let's see.
Is where I'm thinking.
Let's see.
Because it was a great movie. For some
reason, it does not want to show me the Rotten Tomato score.
It was a great movie. It's just I think compared to Civil War, it's not.
You said 87?
Yeah, I did.
The answer is 89.
Wow. That was close.
We'll take it, man.
That was really close.
It was a great movie. I mean, and the villain was good too.
Oh, villain was great.
And then was really good. The end credit scene teased Ragnarok.
Yeah, it did. So, yeah, and that's the first Thor movie that didn't stink.
Hey, we'll get to that. But
we'll get to it. The next one in release date order is another banger. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
This movie, just all the Guardians of the Galaxy. We talked about this last time, but
if you're gonna watch parts of the MCU but not all of it, you should be watching Guardians because they go together so well. You don't really need to watch everything. I mean, you should watch the full MCU.
This one,
but you could get away with it if you just watch this trilogy. You know, the movie stands on its own, which is crazy. Because the MCU at this point is really building on each other, not themselves. At first, I did not know this was an MCU movie. I didn't know that. That tells you how well it stood on its own before...
I mean, it wasn't an MCU movie until Ragnarok.
Yeah, which is great.
Not Ragnarok. Well, at the very end of Ragnarok.
Yeah,
and then
the very end.
Infinity War.
Yeah. This movie was so good. I still really think that...
not Ragnarok. It's just an Infinity War.
Yeah, I think Infinity War is when this became a part of the MCU because it wasn't before. I was about to say, I don't think they mentioned Guardians at all in Ragnarok.
No, they didn't.
So, but anyways, this movie was really good. I think the casting for
Quill's dad
was really good.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
No, just all the castings for all the characters it's amazing. Like, this whole film franchise.
Yeah.
I think this is the worst out of the 3 of them, but that's
not saying anything.
It's like a little lower.
Yeah. I mean, this was the middle point in the trilogy of the Guardians movies. But Chris Pratt is such a good actor for this role.
Chris Pratt, I mean, you got, what's her name? The one who just won a Grammy. Zoe Celinda? I don't know how to pronounce
Zoe. We don't know how to pronounce the last name. I'm so sorry.
She just won an Oscar.
Yeah.
For Emily Perez.
Yeah.
If you've seen that controversy. But she does great as Gamora. I mean, you got Vin Diesel as Groot.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
Crazy. And then you got, why can I not, Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Who's great, amazing, love him. And then the casting for Yondu is great too.
Oh, man.
And Nebula. Oh my gosh, it's just...
This one hit me in the feels with Yondu.
Oh, that was so sad.
Really bad.
Guys, you need to... If you don't take anything from this, watch the Guardian of the Galaxy movies.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, the 3 of them.
Like 7 hours of your time.
I'm totally fine with you not watching the full MCU. Not really, but I'll be okay with it if you watch the
How are you listening to
movies.
Sunday Night Nerd Fest if you aren't a nerd?
That is true. This is phase 1 of becoming a nerd.
Yeah, this is pure nerd.
Watching the MCU phases.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I feel like if you watch the MCU phases all the way through, that's like stage 10 of being a nerd.
I don't know about that. The movies are really good.
You haven't watched all of them.
That's a good point. But
you haven't even gotten to the first stage of being a nerd then.
Fair enough.
With your logic.
Yeah. But, I mean, I really thought Baby Groot was funny in this, too.
Yes!
And then seeing him grow.
Don't push this button.
Don't push this button.
Push this button. When you get there, push this button.
And then he repeats it back and he gets it wrong. It's so funny.
And then the music. The music.
Yeah, the
for
music
this entire
in this
franchise. But this one in particular
is out of this world.
And then the whole concept too, like getting to know Quill's dad.
Yeah.
And finding out, well, he's related to Mantis. That comes up in the Guardians of the Galaxy special.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
Amazing. I love Mantis. She's a great addition.
Great addition. Yeah, this movie was I can't say probably. This movie was one of the best that they've come out with.
100%. All of the Guardians of the Galaxies.
Yeah. So,
but guess the Rotten Tomato score.
This has got to be like I'm going to say 90.
85.
80? Wow, that's lower than I thought.
I don't think it was as good as the other 2.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
The third one's my favorite.
Yeah.
Hot take, I know.
It is a hot take. I love the first one.
I mean, the first one's great.
The first one's so good.
You get introduced to is that the first time we get introduced to a Infinity Stone?
Yes. I think no, because we have
was that before or after Avengers? Let me look at my list.
Before or after Ultron?
Well, no, chronologically, Guardian of the Galaxies and the Guardian of the Galaxies 2 are right after each other.
Yes.
And then Ultron.
Yes.
So yeah, no, that wouldn't have been our first. But we get introduced that there's another Infinity Stone.
Yeah. This is when all the pieces really start coming together.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah,
Love
Guardians was a great movie. Highly recommend watching all 3 of them. But we do need to move on to the next movie.
Which is
in release order.
Might be my favorite phase.
Phase 3 might be your favorite? Yeah. I mean, that's not a hot take at all.
But our next movie is going to be Spider-Man Homecoming.
I'm going to say it. This is the best Spider-Man movie. I think this is a better Spider-Man movie.
Than No Way Home?
Yep.
That is a hot take. I
loved this movie. I thought the growth behind Peter... Also, my computer just locked me out.
It's okay.
The backstory behind Peter and his relationship with Tony was so good. I loved it.
No,
I loved it.
This movie's great.
I think the way that we see Peter grow and the way that we see him interact with all the other characters, I loved the twist of I'm trying to think.
Oh, Liz's father.
Liz's dad being I'm forgetting the villain's name off the top of my head. Is it
Adrian Toomes? I don't know what the actual name of a character is.
It should be man, because he's got the wings. Vulture. The Vulture.
Oh, yes.
I thought that twist was so good. That was one of my favorite twists in the MCU.
I actually watched this one. No, that's a lot. I didn't watch it in theaters.
No?
No. I wasn't a fan at that point. So.
I didn't see this one in theaters either. But this movie's really good.
No, this movie's really good. First time watching it, I had to find a site to watch it on because it wasn't on Disney.
Oh, really?
Because Sony still owns Spider-Man.
Oh, it's true.
I'm going to go into this in Doomsday, but there's a reason.
Okay.
Sony still owns Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think they talk about it in Deadpool and Wolverine, too.
Probably. I mean, that would make sense. But yeah, I just think the entirety of this movie going over all of the characters in Peter's world is great.
And you mentioned this previously, but the relationship between Tony and Peter, we're starting to see it grow, we're starting to see it develop, and then that's when it hits us in Endgame and in Infinity War.
Yes.
Like, this is the
And that's
reason...
what makes the characters so good in those movies, is because this movie was so solid.
It was.
Don't get me wrong.
Guess the Rotten Tomato score.
Oh, it's going to be lower than I want. It's going to be like an 80.
92.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm.
That's right where I wanted it,
there
actually.
There you go.
Yeah, this movie was outstanding.
That's amazing.
I'm not surprised by that.
And you got the good castings. I mean, we got Zendaya.
You got Zendaya. You got Tom Holland.
You got Tom Holland. He's a perfect Spider-Man. I'm sorry. Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, great. But they are adults. They are not a teenage boy.
Yeah. I mean, he just plays the role.
I do wish they had like a classic Flash in this. But.
That's fair.
I'm not mad.
That's fair.
I'm not mad.
I just like the way that it set it up.
What's your favorite scene from it?
Favorite scene from it? Probably the scene after the ship gets split apart.
Tony?
Tony shows up, and Peter says, if you really cared, you would actually be here. And then Tony pops out of the suit. It was awesome. That scene was great. And it had so much meaning because he was there. Right? I mean, it's a Spider-Man movie, but let's be honest, this is a focus on Iron Man. This is a focus on Iron Man's predecessor. Which is awesome, because Iron Man is my favorite.
And he should be Avenger. Iron Man's predecessor.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce the word, but it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not fucking Ironheart.
No.
Did you watch that movie?
No. I did not.
See, the problem is the next coming phases, I'm going to be the one talking because you don't know any of them.
I'm going to have to lock in and watch a bunch of movies, but it's okay.
But you got to lock in for your Atlanta tournament.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. This movie was really good. I think Tom Holland as an actor is overrated, but not in this movie. I will give him credit on this one.
Yeah, no, this whole movie's fantastic. These whole past couple are fantastic.
If you're going to watch an MCU phase and have it be your favorite, it's going to be phase 3.
There's only one stinker. That's it.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
We'll get to the stinker. Let's get to the first good Thor movie, Thor Ragnarok.
This movie holds a special place in my heart. I went on vacation. I think I was in Nashville, Tennessee, and they had a home theater at the place we were staying.
Oh, really?
They let me have full reign of that theater.
Oh, boy.
I had watched Ragnarok, Infinity War, and Endgame in that theater alone.
Ooh.
With popcorn in my hands.
It's pretty sweet.
This movie, I would watch this over and over and over again.
Yeah, this is the first good Thor movie that came out. The other
only two were good Thor movie.
Yeah, that's a good point. The only good Thor movie that's come out.
But thank God it came out.
Thank God
I'll take all the rest of the bad Thor movies for this movie. I'll make that trade.
I'm still embarrassed by the other Thor movies, but I mean, at least we have this one.
You know why? It's because Chris Hemsworth has short hair in this film.
I don't think that's the reason.
I think that is exactly the reason. It's a common trend. I mean,
I think the reason behind it is we get introduced to Hela in this movie. We get to see
Valkyrie.
We get introduced to Valkyrie. We get
the first lesbian in the MCU.
Of course, you know that info.
What?
I'm just giving you grief. Giving you grief.
You want me to name all the straight male characters? Oh wait, I can't name one that's not.
Yeah, that's true. But seeing the interaction between Loki and Thor in this movie, like, they actually become brothers near the end of it.
My biggest thing for this movie, I went in blind, right? First time watching it.
So did I.
Hulk.
Yeah, it was great.
And especially because after Endgame, I was like, oh, I kind of forgot about him because I didn't really like him.
Yeah.
And he shows up in this film just as Hulk, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I love it. And then...
yeah. This movie's
you have
really good.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yep.
He's amazing. Just the casting for all of these movies, and I mean Kate Blanchett, amazing. Chris Hemsworth, amazing. Jeff Goldblum, amazing. You have Carl Urban in it.
Yeah.
As well.
I mean, it was really solid.
And we also get introduced to Korg.
We get to see Strange in this too. Are we going to forget about that? Strange is in this movie. We see an interaction between Thor and Strange and Loki, because he sends Loki through the portal
beginning, yes,
forever for 30 minutes, and then he talks to Thor. I mean, such a great interaction that introduces Strange to Thor.
The whole character dynamic between Thor and Loki as well throughout this film.
It gets so good,
especially when he chucks a can at him or whatever he chucks. It's just so good, and this is the start of their relationship.
Yeah, this is the first movie where they actually make Tom Hiddleston's character not repulsing to me.
First and almost last.
Yeah, pretty close. But yeah, I mean, I really liked it, which is not a common theme with me in Thor, because I hate Thor.
I also like the idea that they didn't save the world. They didn't save anything.
Oh, they destroyed Asgard.
But they used...
Doombringer?
No.
Was that the name of the...
No, what... It's the lava guy.
I forgot. I thought his name was Doombringer. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm sorry. And then, doesn't Heimdall die in this? No, he dies in Infinity War.
Yes?
Yes, because he helps them save the day.
But yeah, I like, this movie was so good. I really love Hela's just backstory. Not even backstory, but just who Hela is in this movie is so brutal to her character.
Sator.
Okay.
That's the character, but...
Yeah, I like great. I really liked near the end of the movie when Loki goes into the vault to actually bring Sator back. It was awesome. I mean, just because they're trying to get all the Asgardians off Asgard, and Hela is going to destroy the ship and kill them.
Now that you mentioned the vault, my favorite thing are the little, like, Easter eggs, because you got the Tesseract there.
Yes.
And that's important.
Yep.
I mean, you have the Eternal Flame, too.
Yep.
And then a fake Infinity Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
So, just having that, pretty fun. Yeah. Pretty fun. And... I don't know. And then you got the scene at the beginning where Thor is fighting Sator, or whatever his name is.
Oh my gosh.
Which is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
The whole movie's funny as fuck. I love this movie so much.
This is the first and last good Thor movie. Which sucks.
Only.
For Thor, yeah, it's the only good Thor movie.
Yeah. I haven't seen the fourth one yet.
It sucks for Thor fans. I don't like Thor, so I'm fine with him only getting one banger movie, because I don't have to see his character more, but...
He's alright. I mean...
Yeah. This movie made me actually not despise him as much. And then they came out with more movies, and it went back to business as usual, unfortunately.
Yeah, they shouldn't have even come out with a fourth one.
No, they should not have.
Or they should have made it good.
True. Either one of those. But, alright, Rotten Tomatoes.
Guess the Rotten Tomato score.
This has got to be like an 87.
93.
Wow, they put this higher than Homecoming.
I agree. I 100% agree.
I disagree. I think
Did you
this movie
see
was not as good as Homecoming.
I don't remember what his name is, but when they went to the theater and you had Chris Hemsworth, Hela, and Tom Hiddleston just acting it out, and then you had Mark Ruffalo come out.
I did not see that.
No?
That's really funny, though.
Okay, listeners, you know what I'm talking about. I'll have to have him watch it, but It is great. It is amazing.
Okay. I've never seen it, but that sounds really funny.
I'll have you watch it. Yeah. For sure.
Absolutely. All right, really quick though, before we get into more.
No way. We're already in our 30-minute mark.
We are at the 30-minute mark, which means we have another PSA. Roughly 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year, but you can keep your family safer by chilling food promptly and properly. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council. Now that we got our ad redone, the next movie,
another banger. They don't miss.
They missed once in this phase, but they didn't miss for a while.
They had to bring her in, unfortunately.
That's a big spoiler on which movie we think is a stinker, but
I think everyone could guess.
That's true.
If you know the MCU. But anyways, our next movie, what is it, Jake?
It's Black Panther.
Great. Amazing.
Fantastic movie. Fantastic art direction.
And rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
Yes. Very sad.
He was great. He was amazing. I mean, this whole cast is amazing again.
This movie, getting to see Wakanda the way we did was fantastic.
Especially with how much it's been mentioned in the past.
Because we hear about it. We hear about it so much. This is the number one gold mine for vibranium.
Since Captain America.
Yeah.
The first Avenger.
Isn't this where we got the shield from? The vibranium for the shield was from Wakanda?
It's only from Wakanda.
Yeah.
Vibranium is only in Wakanda.
So getting to see this and getting to see the traditions behind the new crowning of the choosing of the next Black Panther.
Yeah.
Like, seeing those traditions is so crazy. It's insane.
Amazing. I think this movie does so much justice. I love every part of this movie. 100%.
I don't think there's a bad part in it.
I mean, just the actors themselves. You got Michael B. Jordan, Winston Duke, my favorite, Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Who is in so much films, so many movies. Ugh. And then just getting introduced to these characters, like M'Baku. And getting attached to, like, or Shuri. I mean, she's not my favorite, but...
You get attached fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked Shuri in this movie because she shows off the tech that Wakanda has, really compared to the rest of the world. And man, it is jarring.
And she is smart as shit,
man. It is jarring. She is Tony Stark's smart.
Yeah.
She's Tony Stark smart with Wakanda resources. It's insane. I absolutely love the bead bracelet, the communicator bracelets. That's so sweet.
I think that's in the second one.
It's not. I thought it was in the first one.
I think it's in the second one.
It might be in
because you got Namor.
War. Is it not?
No, I think it's in the second one.
Really?
Because you have when Shuri gets kidnapped by Namor and she uses the beads.
Really?
But we do get introduced into the kinetic. No, the
suit.
Yeah, kinetic energy suit.
Yeah, for Black Panther, which is sweet.
So cool, amazing, love it. And then Killmonger.
Man, Killmonger was a great villain. Killmonger was a fantastic villain. A villain done correct.
Yes.
He has relation to T'Challa. He has a relationship to Wakanda. And he has a relationship to the now deceased King T'Chaka. Which is insane. That we have all of these relationships that Killmonger has, and it really shows his development as the villain in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Him and his father were exiled from...
Well, his father was killed by T'Challa's father.
Yes.
And that's insane, because that was his brother.
It's insane. It's insane.
And chronologically, fun little fact. I think this is fun. So you have Civil War, Black Widow, and then Black Panther. And then Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, etc.
Yeah.
But the fact that this is, like, that soon after Civil War...
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The shift in dynamic is wild.
This movie's great. This movie's amazing. There's nothing I could say bad about it.
No, the soundtrack is outrageous.
Oh my gosh!
This isn't the second one.
I know, but still, the soundtrack for the first one's amazing.
The soundtrack for the first one is really good.
Oh.
If you're listening to an instrumental background music, you gotta listen to this movie soundtrack. Their OST is so good.
No, because you had let me look at the soundtrack real quick.
Yeah.
You had the one by SZA.
I thought that was in the second one.
No, it's in the first one.
It's in the first one?
All the Stars, and then you have Pray For Me. Those two are my favorite.
Yeah, those two are really good.
All the Stars and Pray for Me. Oh, I love it. I love it. If this movie never came out, I would be so sad. And I'm happy they did, like, because they pick and choose what they want from the comics, right?
Right. They don't pick everything, you know.
No.
So them picking Black Panther was a great choice. Chadwick Boseman killed it.
Oh my god. Just
yeah, great movie.
Great movie, great soundtrack, great actors.
The whole movie is great. So
now, guess the Rotten Tomato score.
This has got to be a 93.
96.
Wow. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it should be.
That's actually super fair. That movie was outrageous.
gave it a 7.3 out of 10.
Who did?
IMDb.
Really?
Yeah.
Internet Movie Database gave it that low of a score?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of insane. I don't trust it now.
Yeah, me too.
But, yeah, that movie was outstanding. But we do have to move on so that way we can get through all of them. The next movie in release date order
is Infinity War. Which is a great movie. It's
not even a great movie. It's an outrageous movie. This movie brought everything together. And it showed so much of the MCU in one movie.
I didn't watch it live. I didn't watch it when it came out. So I didn't have to wait that whole year in between Infinity War and Endgame.
I didn't either.
And those who did, mad respect to you.
I can't believe you made it through it. Because the wait for this seems outrageous.
And when this came out, the only movies you had between those two are Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel.
Yeah. A stinker. And a good one. But a stinker, too.
Yeah, but, like, the fact that those came out had nothing to do with this. And then they still had to wait.
Yeah. The reveal... Yeah. Yeah. The reveal of Thanos in this is...
Just the first scene. Because you have Loki dying.
Gosh. Loki dies in the first scene of the movie.
And you think, oh my god, Tom Hiddleston's dead.
Within the first... Well, you think Tom Hiddleston's alive because he always lives. But he actually dies.
He actually dies in this one.
Which is insane.
So what, he's died 3 times now?
I don't know. Oh, he's died a lot. But it goes over everything. And this is also following the events of Civil War. So all of the Avengers are pretty split. We don't even have a big fight scene of all of the Avengers together.
Oh my god.
It's separate stories that combine into one reality that's going on all at the same time, and it's crazy. Yeah. Having your Captain America storyline where you are learning about more about Wakanda, you're seeing them protecting Vision, trying to get the stone removed from Vision so they could get rid of it. You're seeing Iron Man, who is with Strange, basically protecting the Time Stone until they try to lure in Thanos and kill him.
I mean, Spider-Man's with them.
Yeah, and Spider-Man's with them.
And then you Thor with the Guardians.
Thor with the Guardians and creating Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
I mean, the
whole creation of Stormbreaker is amazing too.
That scene
just shows you how strong Thor is.
The scene was crazy.
And I love Stormbreaker.
And seeing more of the dynamic between Nebula and Gamora throughout the movie, and their relationship to their father,
Gamora and Quill.
Yeah. Oh.
This movie, heartbreaking, sad. This movie took a piece of my soul out of me.
Oh, I think it took a bit of everyone's soul. The fight scenes in this movie were amazing. The fight scene in Wakanda alone is enough reason to watch this movie.
What I would say is the when Captain America shows up because Vision and Wanda are getting attacked.
Yep.
That entrance for all of them. Just this.
Yeah, that entrance.
I think the fight scenes in this movie are better than any other movie in the MCU.
Disagree. Point. Endgame.
The final scene.
Yes.
Do you know how many mistakes in the final scene?
That's fair. That's a fair point.
The amount of times they have Ant-Man on the right side, then the left side, then the right side, then the left side. And especially when they show him and he's supposed to be getting the part from the van. I have some feelings about that.
That's okay.
But no, this movie, amazing. I love it. Endgame's always better. It's going to be.
Yeah.
Because you got the core 5.
Correct. There's resolution there, but the resolution here is Thanos succeeds.
The villain wins.
He gets the stones. Half of the universe is destroyed.
And then the end scene when you have Thor. You gotta aim for the head.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't the end scene. That's why I was confused.
Oh, sorry. That wasn't the end scene. Sorry. Yeah. So sorry. But
it was crazy because for the first time in the MCU, the villain won. The villain won.
The villain won, and you had this impeccable cast and all of these characters.
The cast was outrageous. The amount of
like,
characters they shoved into this movie, and it made sense. It didn't feel like any of them were a last-minute add-on or like we wanted to throw someone into this movie.
The only one is Red Skull.
No, I thought Red Skull was
I thought it was perfect.
Awesome.
But I feel like that one was the only one that would like maybe not make sense, but...
I disagree. I think that one makes plenty of sense. Are you kidding me? He had a hold of the Tesseract.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Him being the Soul Stone keeper makes so much sense.
This movie is amazing. I mean, we're introduced... No, because this is the first time where they're all almost together. They're starting to all become parts of the MCU.
Yeah.
And they all come together in Endgame.
Yeah. I mean, this movie was a perfect setup for Endgame. We didn't really know how it would set up for Endgame. Until Endgame came out.
But you know who's not in this movie?
Who's
Hawkeye.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yep.
I feel like that was on purpose, though. I feel like he didn't want to get involved because...
there's a reason
he's retired. He was retired. Yeah. Right, we see it in...
No, he's on house arrest.
That's what it is. You're right.
He's on house arrest.
He's on house arrest because of the events that took place in...
Civil War.
Civil War, yeah.
All right, well, we should probably move on to the next, but before that, Rotten Tomato score.
This is 97.
85.
Wow.
Uh-huh. IMDb gave it an 8.4 out of 10.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. This movie was outstanding.
Ugh.
I super disagree. This should be at least a 90.
Go pick fights with Rotten Tomatoes.
I might have to. That's crazy to me.
All right, but our next movie is going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Another good Ant-Man movie.
Yes.
I thought the last good Ant-Man movie. But a great Ant-Man movie.
Yeah. Paul Rudd's great.
Paul Rudd's such a great actor. But going more into the backstory on Ant-Man is great. Because we see him so much in the MCU now. We see him in Civil War. We see him in his movies. Now he's popping up in Endgame.
Oh, yes.
Which is exciting.
Yeah, he's the main part of Endgame.
He's the whole reason Endgame exists.
He's the whole reason they snapped... Oh, I have so much to say about that.
Yeah. This is a great movie. I really liked it. There were a bunch of people who...
Didn't like it.
Yeah, a bunch of people who were disappointed.
I thought it was great. Well, they also probably watched it in between Infinity War and Endgame.
Let's be honest. This movie had to happen between the two. Had to happen. Because without it, we would never have seen a resolution to...
Oh, 100%. Endgame. And this just shows that this is possible.
Yeah.
And explains why he's able to come back in Endgame.
Yeah. They doomed this movie, though. This movie was a doomed release because it came between two giant movies. This should have come out before Endgame. I mean, before Infinity War. And it should have been in between Endgame and Infinity War.
Yeah, 100%.
Story-wise. But, I mean, getting to see more of Ant-Man's, because, I mean, Ant-Man as a superhero seems... kind of weak.
You're gonna hate this.
What am I gonna hate?
The next Spider-Man comes out in between Doomsday and Secret Wars.
So it's doomed.
Yes.
Yeah, that sucks. This sucks really bad. We'll get into that later because we get a whole section on Doomsday for today.
So excited, guys! Tune in.
They're already here.
Oh,
but
yeah. Stay here.
Yeah. Yeah. This movie was really good. They kind of doomed it though, unfortunately. Yeah, this is when Scott Lang was on house arrest after violation of the Sokovia Accords.
Ugh, I love that whole movie.
Yeah, it was great.
It's another great movie.
It was great. The problem was they doomed
Lewis too. Love Lewis.
Oh, Lewis was great.
All right, because we gotta speed things along. What do you think the Rotten Tomato score is?
This has got to be like a 75.
87.
That's way higher. This is higher than Infinity War?
What the fuck?
That's wrong.
I need to go have a word.
That's not right. Who watched it?
I don't know.
But this next one better have a really stinky Rotten Tomatoes review.
You're going to be mad when I tell you, but it's okay.
Oh, man. It's Captain Marvel. This movie stunk.
Best part about this movie, and I'll stand by it, was finally seeing how Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury, got his eye patch. Why he's wearing the eye patch. Best part of the whole movie.
I really thought it was the end. The end of the movie when you got to leave. I thought that was the best part. This movie's a colossal stinker, right? I just don't like Captain Marvel as a character at all. I think she's super stale.
I hate her haircut.
I don't even hate her haircut. I just hate her character. I think her character is bland. There's no
character development.
None. Zero character development.
Her background's cool. Fine. That's the only good things about her.
Just because your background is cool doesn't mean that you have character development and are a cool character. Or personality. Man, this character lacked so much personality. It's embarrassing.
Man, this character lacks so much everything.
Yeah. It's upsetting because you got to remember, if you're someone who's watching the MCU as it's coming out, this came out before Endgame.
In between, yeah.
And you're sitting here waiting
a month before
Endgame. And you're like, oh, man, this movie's going to be great. It's going to tie into Endgame. And it tied in a little bit, but not a whole hell of a lot. Not worth sitting in the theater for 2 hours watching this.
You have to admit, she saves Tony. That's the only thing about her personality.
Okay. Could have been the Guardians. Guardians could have saved Tony instead, and then we wouldn't have had to see this movie. This movie would not have had to exist.
I don't know where the Guardians were, but Nebula and Tony were on the same ship.
They were on the same ship.
I'm going to have to rewatch it.
Yeah, you are.
So are you.
No, I watched them recently.
Oh.
I watched Infinity War, Civil War, Endgame within the past 4 weeks.
Fine, I'll give that to you.
Yeah, they were on the same ship because they were fighting Thanos on Titan before he used the Space Stone to go to Wakanda to get Vision's Mind Stone. And then the snap happens, and they're the only two that were left on Titan. So they took the ship as far as they could. They ran out of fuel, and they were stuck on the ship. Guardians were gone.
Well, no, Rocket still existed. Where was Rocket?
Rocket was on Wakanda with... Not on Wakanda. In Wakanda with...
Thor
and Groot.
Thor and Groot.
Yeah, because they were the ones who went to get the hammer repaired.
Yeah. Stupid raccoon.
Yup.
Yeah, I don't feel like we have to talk about this movie anymore.
No, we can skip it. Rotten Tomatoes.
What do you think the Rotten Tomato score is?
Man,
what do you hope the Rotten Tomato score is, and what do you think
I hope it's a 60. I think it's an 80.
79.
Okay. I wasn't off. I wish it were lower, but
yeah, no,
it
should be lower.
Off. Yeah, but good news. We're done with stinkers for this phase.
Yay.
We have Avengers Endgame.
Again, I mean... You can't not love this movie.
I think this is the best movie in the MCU.
3 hours of just pure heartbreak, sobbing, amazing.
This is the best movie in the MCU. Hands down.
100%.
Hands down. I'll die on this hill. The way that the characters finally come back together.
It's the first
after
and
the
only
defeat that they suffered from Thanos is amazing. Seeing the interactions between Tony and Steve were great. And how the scene when Cap and Rhodey and I'm trying to remember Sam and just when all of them are sitting in the deliberation room talking,
and he was
and Tony said, "You told us, I told you we would lose," and Steve said we would lose together, and we lost, and you weren't there. Was such an impactful moment. And he's right out of the gate. That's within the first 30 minutes of this 3-hour-long movie.
And what? They were gone for 30 days after that.
30 days.
30 days.
And then the jump cut between then and 5 years later, too.
And then you have... Yeah.
And you're seeing how everyone's adapting. And then you see Lang come back. Right, because he was in the quantum realm.
Yeah.
What was also super, super cool to see, too, was... just slipped my mind. Wow, that's really embarrassing. This movie was outrageous. I think... Oh, no, I remember. So when Steve and Scott and all of them are going to see if Tony will help them with trying to navigate the quantum realm, and Tony's grown even more than he has before. He's got a kid.
I love you 3000.
Oh, man, don't say that shit to me right now.
No, because then you see the relationship between him and Pepper has changed.
Is so much better.
And then one of my favorite scenes, it's really brief, but you see the picture of Spider-Man.
Yes.
Peter. On his little desk. And that's the reason he did it.
That's the reason he did it. Because he felt that
scene,
kind of
and we
guilt.
didn't mention that in Infinity War, but that scene...
Oh, my...
Mr. Stark. Mr. Stark,
no,
I'm
no.
I don't want to go.
Oh.
That whole scene, that sequence.
Scene was so
and then you
sad.
have him staying up at night, working on this, just seeing if it's possible.
And it is. And he figures out it's possible.
And then you have the scene of...
him talking with Pepper.
No.
Oh, are you going to talk about Hulk?
Oh, no, but the whole... When
Smart
Hulk blew... When
You're struggling.
I am.
While you think about it, I'll talk about the scene with Pepper. Tony talks with Pepper. He says, some gunk, and then he says, I figured it out. I can get it to work. But a part of me wants to just drop it in the lake in a lockbox and forget it ever happened and go to bed. And Pepper says, but would you be able to rest? And that...
He definitely rested.
I'm going to jump this table. I'm going to jump this table on you right now. But, I mean, the dynamic of Tony has shifted so heavily throughout the phases. In phase 1, he was a cocky playboy millionaire. In phase 2, he's learning. He's becoming a better version of himself and understanding his flaws. And in phase 3, he is at the best point he could be.
I mean, he can't go any further.
No, I'm going to jump you again, but that's fine.
Well, jumping to a happier note. You know the scene where the spaceship comes down and Scott's just overeating a taco?
Yes. Oh, that scene is so funny.
That's one of my favorite. And then when Scott turns into a child and then turns back into an adult, he's like, it's wet.
I think someone peed my pants. I don't know if it was old me or young me. And then or just me.
You have Natasha standing there, standing at him with a blank face.
Yeah, she's like, there's no way you're going to put me in a suit to send me back like this.
And then one of the scenes, it's mentionable when they go back and get Hawkeye. Mm-hmm. And he's become Ronin.
Yep.
And that's a big part of Hawkeye and just Hawkeye, the TV show.
Yeah, it was a really cool thing to see.
In that relationship. Because that relationship is the reason why they got the stone.
Yeah, it was really sad. But seeing how they go back in time to get the stones to not stop Thanos, but revert the snap.
No other stone compares to the one Captain America, Iron Man, and one other person. They had to go back in time, but then Loki takes the Tesseract.
And is gone.
He's gone.
Disappears.
He disappears. And then you have the Loki series. So thank God that happened. And then just the whole sequence of them going back to the first Avengers movie. Mm-hmm. So cool to me.
When you get to see Steve see Peggy through the glass. You get to see... Don't you remember that?
Yeah.
You get to see Tony interact with his father.
That was Howard.
Yeah. And the fact that Hank Pym is in that lab so they could get out was so cool. Mm-hmm. It was so cool.
You have that scene, and then...
The whole movie.
The whole movie.
Getting all the stones, they fixed everything, they brought everyone back. And then Thanos, throughout this entire time, is learning about their plan through Nebula. Because her past self has fragmented memories of the future self. So that's how Thanos learns, and now his plan changes from, okay, half of the universe must be eliminated, to the entire universe must be eliminated.
Which is a crazy switch.
Which is insane.
And then them killing Thanos at the beginning.
Yeah, I forgot about that. The opening scene, they kill Thanos.
Yeah. They track him down, find him, and kill him.
It's insane. It's insane. This movie was way ahead of its time.
Now, something I will say, this is a hot take. They should not have gone back and saved everyone. If you look at all the things that have happened since, it's all shitty things. And this is why Thanos was trying to get rid of half the universe.
I disagree, but I see where you're coming from.
I don't know. That's just a theory going around
it's
online.
It's a really hot take.
Yeah, it's a hot take, but they should not have gone back.
Yeah. Okay. We got to do Rotten Tomato score.
Guess what it is?
This has got to be like a 97.
94.
Yeah, okay.
That's it's still fair. In the 90s. We'll take it.
Close enough. We'll take it. And then our final Phase 3 movie.
And quick.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
It was alright.
I thought it was just
I don't like, what's his name?
Mysterio?
Yeah, the actor.
Oh. Is it...
I'll find it. Just give me a second. I don't know. Taylor Swift wrote a song about him.
I don't remember. Oh, that's why you don't like him. I'm kidding.
No, not even joking. That. He's just a shitty ass guy, man.
That's fair. Yeah, it's Jake.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes, Jake Gyllenhaal.
I mean, the whole character premise is good. I mean, the end when we see his spider senses, that's good. It's a mid movie for me.
Yeah, I agree with you on this. I think this is the worst of the Spider-Man movies they've come out with.
Do you remember what the Rotten Tomato score was for the first Spider-Man? It was a 92.
Yeah, it was really high.
Take a guess.
So. On this one, 86.
91.
Really? Mm-hmm. I thought this movie was exponentially worse.
Yeah. No. Same.
I did not think. But
I do like good. The little character arc between him and MJ. I mean, it's just an alright movie.
It's just okay. I mean, you go more into the background of Peter, but nothing crazy impactful really happened. You know what I mean? It just feels like a filler.
It was alright.
Feels like a filler between Phase 3 and Phase 4.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine if that's the goal of it, but it shouldn't have been a Spider-Man movie. It should have been another Captain Marvel movie.
It was also, you have to keep in mind, Sony made it.
Oh.
This is Sony's
Yeah, but they
Spider-Man.
also made the first one.
Yeah.
And the first one was a colossal banger. It was
mm-hmm.
a huge success. So that argument rings very hollow for me. Like, yes, it was made by Sony, but Sony also made the first one, and what was it? No Way Home? That's the name of the third one, right?
Yeah, I think Marvel had more of a part for that, though.
But, I mean, like, I don't know. I just think, like, it's so hard to explain. They did the first one so good, and this one just felt like a really big flop, in my opinion.
Yeah. And compared to everything else, I mean, it's better than Captain Marvel, thank God.
That's a low bar.
Right. It 100% is.
But, yeah. That's kind of the opinion. This is what'd you say this one was, or did I not guess the right
92.
This one's a 92?
Wait, this was a 91, the other one was 92.
Yeah, that's wrong. But it's okay. They're allowed to be wrong. But
it's fine. Why is this higher than Infinity War?
It shouldn't be.
That's...
Infinity War was amazing. It's probably my favorite Avengers movie.
100%.
I liked it better than Endgame.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was a huge shift on, like, the heroes don't always win.
I need to go rewatch those movies.
Yeah, I rewatched them recently.
I gotta do that.
Yeah.
I do that when I'm studying.
Oh, yeah, you'll get a lot of studying done.
Yeah! It's just note-taking.
Real smart. It's fine. Real smart idea. Let's note-take while watching MCU movies. Let's see how good your notes are. Your notes are going to be like a page long.
No, that's not the problem. The notes are going to take me 5 hours.
Wow.
Oh, wait. That's the whole total 5.5 total screen time of both movies combined.
Don't do that to yourself.
I will.
You'll hate the movies because all you'll be able to think about is studying while watching them.
Right.
So,
right.
But yeah, that's all we had for MCU Phase 3. Thank you for sitting with us for a full hour. Don't worry, we do still have another hour coming up here. But we do have another PSA going into our second hour of the show. Let me really quickly get it pulled up. Yeah, but while I'm looking for this PSA, Mel, what else are we going to be talking about on this episode?
Okay, next we have something I've been really excited about. Really excited. And I was like, Jake, we got to add this to this. this like week's episode because I have to talk about it. We're gonna talk about the Doomsday like movie and cast reveal.
Yes, because that was a big one.
Oh my god, guys, I'm so excited.
Yeah, but before we get into that, really quickly from the ad council, what if every child was given an opportunity? What if every child's potential was fulfilled? What could that start? Every time you donate money or time to Big Brothers, Big Sisters, it makes a big impact on a child. Start something at BigBrotherBigSisters.org. Brought to you by the Big Brother, Big Sisters and the Ad Council. So, before we get into that,
we have our
two awesome little recurring segments that we've got. So we're gonna start with our Geek of the Week. Geek of the Week is...
I can go first if you want.
Sure. So let me explain. Geek of the Week is where Mel and I take 2 minutes now that we have 2 full hours to talk about topics that didn't make the cut for this week's episode that we thought were interesting in this week. All right, Mel's starting it this time. That's a change of pace, but I'm excited. Mel, you got 2 minutes. Go.
I'm gonna be so for real. I just forgot about what I was gonna talk about second. But Yellow Jackets, it's been the show I've been obsessed with. I think I've talked to you about it. If you have not watched it, please watch it. Even just the first season, you'll get addicted. The first season's on Netflix.
Yeah.
So please watch it.
Okay.
And if you don't have Netflix, let me know. I can help you out there.
No, don't do that.
But please watch it. It's amazing. I mean, just this week's episode had me covering my mouth and my hand because of how like disturbing and like perturbing it was.
Yeah.
Like it was actually insane. But what I was gonna talk about, I have been obsessed with the game Fallout on my iPad, like on your phone.
Oh, the Fallout Shelter?
Yeah, Fallout Shelter for like mobile. And I don't know why I've been obsessed with it, but like the different quests, different tasks, different like.
You been digging it?
I've been digging it, man.
The shelter builder?
The shelter builder. Yeah. Like, if you're bored, I mean, I'll play it during class. I'm not gonna
lie. No!
I'm sorry.
You're wondering why your notes take you 5 hours. I'm giving you grief. Keep going.
I really don't have much else to say, but...
You don't have much else?
Why
don't you explain Yellow Jackets?
Oh, it's... yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
It's basically you got the soccer team who gets stranded on an island... not an island. Get stranded in the woods because they're trying to go to nationals in this plane.
Okay. So
the plane crashes, and then they're stranded in this woods with 3 other guys who make it out alive.
Oh, okay.
So it's all girls and 3 guys.
Oh, boy.
And then you have to go through the different journeys, and then it becomes winter...
Oh, Jesus.
In the woods.
Nobody finds them?
Quick little mention. What?
Nobody finds them out in the woods?
Eventually. Oh. But you get to see the younger version and then the older versions.
Oh.
At the same time.
Oh.
So you get to see, like, how they grow up. But also, quick mention, March Madness, all 1 seeds have won, I do believe.
I'm disappointed in State's performance. I'll say it.
I'm happy. I need Auburn to win. Terrible. I need Auburn to win.
Well, they did.
I need Auburn to win it all.
Oh,
so really? I can win my family bracket.
All right. That is your 2 minutes.
Super on
the nose.
Out there.
Yeah. But, all right. It's time for my Geek of the Week. Let me set up my own little timer now. So, as many of you know, I baited you, a big Nintendo fan. It's not Pokemon this week. I know. Nintendo had a recent Nintendo Direct this past week. It was on the 27th, I believe. And they revealed and talked about so much good stuff, and people are complaining. And I think they're
complaining?
Wrong. People are complaining about the Direct. They thought there would be better games. Quote, unquote, better games. I think they're wrong. Just so for those who haven't seen the Nintendo Direct, buckle in. I got some spoilers for you. They revealed gameplay of Metroid Prime 4, which looks beautiful. The game looks great. The powers that Samus has now, the like mental powers... I think, is it psychic powers, I think is what they called it?
Maybe.
Is super dope. Super cool. So they revealed that, which is coming out, I don't know if it's coming out this year or next year, but it should be a Switch 2 title as well. They revealed more gameplay of Pokemon Legends ZA, which is a very exciting game for me.
ZA, like both, like Pokemon Z and Pokemon A.
Z to A.
Like what they?
No, it's one game.
Oh, it's one game.
It's one game.
They're not doing like.
It's like Legends Arceus. So the Legends series are more of an open world catcher, as opposed to like a
it's gonna be
turn-based RPG. The battling looks great. The megas look great. But what's really awesome from the Nintendo Direct is new Rhythm Haven game. Which we haven't gotten a new Rhythm Haven game since the Wii. and new Tomodachi Life.
I'm so excited.
I'm so pumped about it.
I'm going to be using Jake's Switch to play it.
No, here's what's really awesome. Here's my biggest thing from this direct was they revealed virtual game cards. What this means is if you buy a game digitally, you can transfer it between your family account on Nintendo.
So family Steam share.
Yes, on Switch, which is great.
Switch. So would you need a Switch too to be able to play it?
Both people would need a Switch.
Like just a regular Switch?
It can be done on either. That's why it's so good. Yeah.
I just need to get a Switch.
Yeah, you do.
My brother took mine.
That's my geek of the week. Yeah. I thought that was really good. But let's get into
our second segment.
I know.
No, yeah, our second fun little segment.
Yes, it is. Who said that? So each week between Mel and myself, we have a little competition going on where we give each other a quote from a character, either a show, movie, or video game character. And the other person has to guess it. You can use Lifeline 1, which is video game, movie, or TV show. And then Lifeline 2 is another character in that video game, movie, or TV show. Currently, it's 2-1 to me, 1 Mel. I got to extend my lead this week because it is Mel's turn to give me a quote. And Mel, I am ready for you whenever you are.
So I have a bit of a harder one this week.
I'm ready for it.
I'm sorry about that.
That's fine.
But
let's do it.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
What am I supposed to say? Jesus?
Oh, no, I might be able to guess this one straight away. This is Peter Quill. This is Peter Quill in Infinity War. I'm locking it in.
God damn it.
Locking it in. Boom!
I thought that was going to be a hard one.
That is 3 points right there for me. That's 3 points for there.
Jake is no longer getting hard ones.
It is now 5-1.
At least I got 1 point.
You picked Peter Quill? That's for this phase, too, that we talked about this week.
I tried to do that for...
I tried to do that, too. So, but, yeah, that's when they're in the spaceship, the alien spaceship for the Children of Thanos.
I thought it was so vague.
They bust in, and
so
Strange says, "What master do you serve?" And Peter Quill's like, "What am I supposed to say, Jesus?" That's like one of the funniest lines in that spaceship. Oh. Of course I remember that line. Ugh. What a good lead, everyone at home. What a good lead. 5-1 now. Because Mel thought, don't give me any hard ones. Give me easy ones now, clearly, because that's what worked. That's okay. All right. Let's move on to the next section. Cheer Mel up a little bit. Let's talk about the Avengers Doomsday Cast. Let's do it.
I'm still so mad at you.
That's fine.
Okay. Be mad. Doomsday Cast. Did you happen to see anything about it?
I saw a little bit.
Okay. So there was
saw a tad bit.
5-hour live stream on their Instagram.
Are you explaining how they revealed it?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
There was a 5-hour live stream on Instagram.
God.
And they had a song playing. I don't know what song it was playing.
Okay.
I had it up here, but
that's fine. We'll move past the song.
Whatever. It was a song from Deadpool and Wolverine, actually. But they had a song playing, and they would slowly move the camera back, showing these different chairs.
Yes.
And on these chairs, you'd have these actors' names.
Yes. I did see that.
I would like to go through and talk about each actor. But
yes, I think... Are we missing some?
No, this was every single chair.
Really?
Yeah. Well, who do you think we're missing?
I thought we were missing Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
They were on the chairs.
That fucking sucks. All right, go ahead.
All right, so we first start off with Chris Hemsworth. We got him playing Thor.
Great.
But I'd also mention we have Tom Hiddleston. So Loki's coming back. This is the first time we're going to be seeing Thor and Loki come back together,
which is exciting.
It's going to be such like a satisfying moment. I love Loki. I actually kind of like Thor. I mean, he's all right.
I don't.
I'm excited to see this brotherhood because he was so devastated when he lost Loki.
Yeah,
he kind of lost himself.
That I will agree. He was super devastated when Loki
and then he couldn't save the world.
Thanos.
And then he got fat.
Yeah, he did get
and
really
played Fortnite.
All of that. Let's skip past that. Yeah, I mean, you kind of had to guess Chris Hemsworth was coming back. Thor's still alive in the MCU. You got an Avengers movie. He's going to be coming back. I mean, Tom Hiddleston is a surprise. That is exciting.
No, I'm excited to see Loki and...
I'm taking this bell from you.
No.
Keep pushing it. Keep talking.
Okay, I'm excited to see Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth, and Loki and Thor back together again.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a super satisfying moment. But since we had a Thor film, we also had a Captain America film come out recently, which I thought was decent. We have Anthony Mackie coming back as Captain America / the Falcon.
That's not a surprise to me at all.
That's not a Falcon.
That's not a Falcon. That's not a surprise.
That's not a surprise to me. I mean, he just had a movie come out.
Yep.
So that's not a surprise.
He's become the new Captain America. It's an Avengers movie. Cap is going to be in an Avengers movie. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm not too surprised by that. I'm sure we will see later down the line Sebastian Stan. I would not be surprised if he was in here. So.
Yeah, no, it's a really weird order because this is the order of the chairs.
That's fine.
So next we have Vanessa Kirby as Susan Storm. I'm realizing I spelled Susan wrong. It's okay. It was really late at night.
That's fine.
Who is going to be in this new Fantastic Four movie coming out.
This is really exciting for me.
Because you have all of them.
Yes. This instantly, for me, reveals that the rest of them are in this cast list.
Yeah.
Which is super awesome.
Actually, go off the cast list. Like, exit it so I can surprise you.
Fine.
Unless you don't know who a character is. Then I'll give it to you.
Okay. I think this is really exciting. Being able to see the Fantastic Four and the Avengers. I think it's going to be a super great dynamic.
Yeah, no, it's going to be like no other. Because you got this. Well, this is the first time Fantastic Four is in, like, the MCU.
Yeah. It's super exciting. I can't wait for that Fantastic Four movie. I hope it doesn't flop.
It won't. It's coming out in July. It won't.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Next, we have Paul Rudd.
Yeah, that's not
Ant-Man,
a surprise.
Avengers. I'm excited he's coming back.
Ant-Man is kind of a staple.
It's going to be interesting how they switch away from the Kang Dynasty.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting dynamic. But, I mean, you could kind of see that Paul Rudd was going to come back. He's kind of a staple in the Avengers now after Endgame.
I mean, and he had a third movie.
Which is good. He had a movie that was bad. But
he had a third movie that was supposed to be leading up into...
Yeah,
but now you no longer have to watch it.
True.
Unless they do put something in that, which would be cool.
No. But, yeah... I'm excited to see Paul Rudd come back for Ant-Man. That'll be a good time. I'm sure he's gonna have some funny, witty banter in there, so it'll be fun.
I love him. All right, next we have Florence Pugh with Yelena Belova, the new Black Widow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And she's gonna be in the Thunderbolts. I mean, she's basically the leader of the Thunderbolts at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm excited to see her in this film. First Avengers film she's in.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. I'm excited to see how the Thunderbolts goes.
They better not make it flop. If they make it flop,
yeah, you'll be pissed.
This is I've been waiting for this movie to come out for the past 6 years.
Yeah,
since I started this MCU journey.
Yeah, you've been waiting for this because you've mentioned it to me probably close to once a week.
Yeah, I mean,
so I hope it's good. I hope that her role in the Thunderbolts is really good and it leads more into the Avengers.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it. So
speaking of Thunderbolts, we have John Walker. So Wyatt Russell's coming back as John Walker.
That'll be cool.
You liked him? You didn't watch Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I did not.
You have no idea who this is.
No. What character does he play?
Captain America. He's the new Captain. So after...
Oh, no. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not excited.
So after they give the shield up, they decide that they're going to make someone else crowned Captain America who is in the military. And basically, they have to find this super soldier serum. That's a tongue twister.
Super soldier serum?
Shut up. Okay. And basically, he takes one, so now he's a super soldier as well.
Great.
So, whatever. We don't like him. Oh, I don't like him. But this one's going to be kind of awesome because Susan Storm's in it. We have, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Tenoch Huerta as Namor.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Susan Storm and Namor.
Ooh, that's going to be a really interesting dynamic.
I'm actually so excited for that.
I think all the Fantastic Four and Namor is going to be a good dynamic. Because I feel like it's pretty obvious we're going to have the rest of the Fantastic Four. They're not going to just put Susan in.
Yeah.
So I think their dynamic with Namor could be really crazy. I'm also excited to see what characters really become Avengers and what characters are kind of just there.
Because he was a villain.
Because Strange doesn't really seem like an Avenger. He seems more like he's just there.
Yeah, and then you have the anti-heroes like Loki.
Like Loki, yeah. And Namor.
And Namor.
So it'll be exciting.
He can no longer fly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm really excited to see Namor again, especially with Marvel Rivals and everything. Like he's become more of a main character.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. And next up, another Simu Lee as Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could all saw that one.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Did you watch that movie?
I did not watch that movie, but
it's really good. I would recommend.
I have seen clips. I have heard good reviews and good things about it, so that will be one I
definitely
won't hate
watch it.
To watch.
It's not. It's one of the best after the MCU.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah. So
and then you already guessed this. We have Sebastian Stan coming back as Bucky Barnes.
There he is.
So
not surprised at all by that. I mean, you could see it coming from a mile away.
I mean, he's also in Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
That's gonna be really fun. That's gonna be really cool. So. And then we have Leetta Wright as Shuri, who's now the new Black Panther, which makes sense.
The new Black Panther makes sense. She killed it on the new Black Panther 2.
Oh, 100%, especially with how much like controversy and like backlash they got for that.
Yeah, because
it's a female
after Chadwick Boseman too. So
I think
I don't know.
I think they did him well in that movie.
I thought it was very good. I liked Shuri.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset at all to see this.
I also like okay. I am buffering these names.
Butchering? Wow, you're butchering everything. It's okay.
It's been a long day.
Let's move on to the next one. I'm excited.
It's also really hot in here.
It is smoking hot in here.
Anyways, Ebon Moss, Batch Ranch. These names. The Thing.
Oh, yeah.
Coming Thing. You already guessed that.
In Fantastic Four. I'm excited to see that. A lot of people don't like the CGI of the Thing. I thought it was cool, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, it's different.
It's different.
But
I don't hate it.
Speaking of CGI, this one's probably going to have a little CGI. We have Kelsey Grammer, the Beast, from X-Men.
Oh.
This was teased in the end of the Marvels. It was It was Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
And the Thing. No, Beast and Monica Rambeau all together.
Oh.
It was really weird.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see that.
That'll be cool. We haven't seen the Beast in any movies yet, have we?
X-Men.
Well, yeah, but that's not in the
not
MCU.
in the MCU.
No mention of the Beast in the MCU.
Yeah, so they're
that'll
bringing
be cool.
Fantastic Four. They're bringing X-Men.
Yeah.
So and then we have Lewis Pullman, who plays Sentry. He's going to be in the Thunderbolts. You don't know who this is, but basically his character in the comics is Superman, but with a little less abilities.
Okay.
So
that'll be cool.
He's like, it should
so
be
Captain
cool
Marvel just less
what
boring.
I think. Yes.
Okay, cool.
From what I've heard about him.
That'll be cool. If that's how that goes.
If that's how it goes, he's
if it's another Captain Marvel situation, I'll lose my marbles. But
yeah, but then we have Danny Ramirez with the Falcon, the new Falcon, Joaquin Torres.
Oh yeah.
So I like him.
Okay.
Personally.
Yeah.
You didn't see the new film.
I've not. No.
Then we have Joseph Quinn with Johnny Storm.
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. I'm just excited for the Fantastic Four. I think they are a cool group.
Oh, 100%. Especially the actors now.
I think Johnny is a really funny character, so I'm excited to see his dynamic with a lot of the other Avengers. It's going to be similar to a Tony dynamic, is what I would glean from it.
Really?
Like how Tony was kind of sarcastic and kind of a fart, you know?
He was more serious, I feel like, than
He was serious and a fart at the same time, and I like the fart aspect.
You're going to love Johnny.
I thought it was really funny. Yeah,
I'm also going to love this character, the next character.
I'm ready.
David Harbour with the Red Guardian.
I cannot wait.
Because he's in Thunderbolts.
I can't wait to see the Red Guardian. I can't wait.
We're going to have to go see the Thunderbolts when it comes.
We are.
That Thursday.
Oh, we're going to have to see a movie this week. This week coming up.
The Minecraft movie!
Yeah, we'll talk about that near the end.
After my exam, please.
No. Yeah, I'm very excited to see the Red Guardian. I think the Red Guardian's a super interesting character just in general. So I hope they do him. I mean, let's be honest, that actor, I forget, what was his name
David
again?
Harbour.
Yeah, David Harbour.
In Stranger Things, he was amazing.
He is such a good actor. He's going to nail this role.
That, and I'm excited to see the dynamic between Yelena and Red Guardian.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, he's her father.
Yeah.
Well, father.
Father, quote unquote. Yeah.
But yeah.
That's sweet. I'm excited about that. That being revealed is super cool for me. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for the Thunderbolts because of the Red Guardian.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see David Harbour back in the MCU.
That's all I really care about in Thunderbolts
it's gonna be
currently.
Interesting to see if they bring up Natasha.
Yeah, it will. Oh, yeah, it will.
Because you have all that baggage.
Yeah.
And then,
but that'll be cool.
It'll
I'm
be
excited.
funny how he reacts to the Winter Soldier as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because him and America, Captain America.
Yeah.
But next we have Winston Duke coming back as M'Baku.
Why does it know
here.
I'm trying to remember. I might have to pull up the image.
There.
Oh, yeah.
From the Wakanda.
Yeah, from the second Wakanda movie.
He's in the first one, too.
He's in the first one, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
That'll be cool.
He's a big character in the comics.
Is he?
So,
okay.
That'll be cool. Next, we have Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh.
She's also going to be in Thunderbolts, but...
That's kind of cool.
There is a little controversy about this. Because we have noticed that they have taken her out of all of the Thunderbolts posters and, like, uploads and everything.
Do you think they're not putting her in it?
I don't know. We don't know.
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out May 26th, I think.
Wow, 3 days after my birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Next we have Tom Hiddleston, Loki.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of expected that.
Yeah.
And then...
Saw it coming.
You might like this one. Patrick Stewart coming back as Charles Xavier. Professor X.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Really?
He's an X-Men, and then the Doctor Strange. You didn't watch that movie.
I didn't watch Multiverse of Madness, no.
You're going to have to.
I'm going to have to.
Yeah,
that's
he's
cool.
coming back.
Professor X?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's an interesting callback.
Yeah, I wonder if Deadpool and Wolverine happen to be in this movie. I wonder if they're going to mention something about killing his sister.
God, I hope they're in this movie.
Yeah.
They have to put them in.
You're going to like the next one, too, if you recognize it.
Ready?
Ian McKellen as Magneto.
Oh, yeah.
X-Men is coming back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be sweet. I can't wait for that.
No,
Magneto's a sweet character.
You got Magneto and Professor X.
Yeah.
Back to
Do we know if Scarlet Witch is in this?
I'll talk about that after.
Okay. We'll talk about that after, I guess.
Yeah. Next we have Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler. You might not know who this character is.
I don't.
He's basically like this kind of monkey-like dude. He's super fast. He's blue.
Oh, yeah. Now I know.
Yeah. So
yep. That's cool.
Yeah, a major player in the comics, but
yeah, but
they're
not,
also thinking
not
about. I think they're gonna add him to Rivals at some point.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like maybe not soon, but
I want them to add Blade to Rivals.
Yeah, I mean he's already in it, kind of.
Anyways, let's keep going.
We have Rebecca Roman as Mystique.
Okay.
I'm mad because it's not Jennifer.
It's not Jennifer
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have James Marsden as Cyclops.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. They're
putting a lot of X-Men in this.
Here's one of them I'm really excited for. Channing Tatum as Gambit is coming back.
Oh, Gambit's in this movie?
Yes.
Oh,
Channing Tatum's gonna have his moment.
This is gonna be good.
Oh, I'm gonna get him back.
Wow, they're putting Gambit in this movie.
I'm so excited.
This is just an X-Men movie with extra steps.
Yeah, and then you have Pedro Pascal in it.
Yeah, as Mr. Fantastic.
Fantastic Four.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm excited to see his reactions with Namor.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
And then
those interactions are gonna be great.
You have Robert Downey Jr.
as Doom himself.
Dr. Doom.
I'm gonna say it. Hot take. Don't love it.
You're gonna love this. So apparently, the Russo brothers, they were in an interview and they got asked about Iron Man and Doctor Doom,
yeah,
like how they were gonna do that, and they said there is going to be. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, pull up the quote because I gotta know now. Because when that was first revealed, I was like, I mean, cool that Doom is coming to the MCU, but at the same time, they're reusing a character who died.
The Russo brothers confirmed that Tony Stark's death in Endgame is part of Doctor Doom's story in Avengers Doomsday.
Oh.
No, I think it's gonna be good.
I don't like it.
I think they're gonna. Yeah, you gotta look past that, man.
I don't think
you gotta have high hopes.
I'm just too nervous that they're going to
dump on his legacy.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the Russo brothers.
I hope they do it justice, but I can't help but be worried about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, they're taking Tony, who was this fantastic character. They're taking the same actor, Robert Downey Jr.
Well, they said no one else could play Doctor Doom.
What do you mean?
Exactly.
How does that...
But they said no other actor could play Doctor Doom.
I don't get that. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it's a little jarring, if anything. Because it's the only time we've ever had a character in the MCU die and then come back as a different character, basically. We've
had a lot of MCU characters come back as different actors come out as different characters. There's at least 3 of them.
What actors have come as different characters?
You talk, I'll search up.
Okay. I don't know. I just... from the beginning, I've just been a little skeptical. You know, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is a fantastic actor, don't get me wrong. But my issue with it is that he was such an important part of the first 3 phases. It feels like they're just trying to cash in on Robert Downey Jr.
No, they don't like my ad blocker.
No.
Let me just look at your website.
That's fine.
Okay. First of all, we have someone who is in Eternals and then still in Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Let me disable my ad blocker.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, I
know, I think they're going to do him justice. I'd like to believe.
I also would like to believe, but they also spit out Quantumania. So.
Okay, but that's not an Avengers movie.
Correct.
They can't not do this movie justice. I disabled my ad blocker.
You're killing it.
Okay. Yeah, so she played the same character twice. I don't remember her name.
In 2 different iterations?
2 different movies. She died in this one.
Is she a main character?
She's a main character in that one, in Eternals. It's the girl. And then you have the person who played Killmonger. He's in a series.
Okay.
No, he's in Captain Marvel. Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, it is Captain Marvel. Nobody watched it.
You have Linda Cardellini, who played...
okay, that one doesn't even count.
Hawkeye's wife. And then voiced...
that doesn't count.
Whatever her name is in...
That's not
Guardians
even...
of the Galaxy. You have Josh Brolin, who played Thanos and then played Cable in Deadpool.
These don't line up. You're comparing characters that
doesn't
are
matter.
Voices of a CGI character.
You have Chris Evans, who came back. It was amazing. We loved it. You just need to...
Okay, yeah, the Chris Evans callback was funny.
I mean, you had Jarvis and Vision. That one makes sense.
That one doesn't count either. Jarvis is not a character you can see.
The guy who was in, who played Thanos originally.
That's not MCU, though.
What do you mean that's not MCU?
The original? What are you talking about?
The original Thanos. The one end credit scene that we have. In a different, I don't know what.
I'm talking about main Avengers. Character coming back to be another main character.
But I'm telling you, there are multiple. Here you go.
That one's pretty cut and dry. I won't even try to lie to you.
Yeah, so there is a bunch of other,
It'll be... I'm just worried. I guess I'm just an over-skeptic. But that could just be me. I don't know. We'll figure it out as time goes on.
I'm mad about that. I'm mad that Moon Knight's not in this.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Elizabeth Olsen has been checked for saying that she will not be in Doomsday.
Really?
But you know who also said they weren't going to be in a film? Andrew Garfield.
That's true.
So I think she's lying. I hope she's lying.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'm mad that Moon Knight's not in it. No Tom Holland. But
Tom Holland.
They also can't use any Spider-Man characters as promo. Because Sony still owns them.
I guess.
No, that's a law. Okay. I've researched this, Jake.
I'll take your word for it.
You sound very skeptical of me.
I'm not skeptical of you. I'm just confused on why Sony would not be cool with someone
They still have rights.
Right. But
I don't understand how all of that works. You'll have to research that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so above my pay grade here. But yeah, Doomsday Cast looks great. I'm excited to see a bunch of X-Men in here. Let's be super for real.
X-Men and the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four all are in there. The X-Men, so many of them are in there. Yeah, I am very excited for Channing Tatum. That's going to be awesome.
No, that's going to... he's one of my favorite characters. I mean, he barely had any lines. True. Well, no, he had lines, but they were all together.
Yeah. But that'll be exciting to see him come back. Hopefully there's more characters
than
this. Because don't get me wrong, this is a lot of star-studded characters, but I would like to see Deadpool and Wolverine in here. I would like to see Spider-Man, and I would like to see Blade in here.
Spider-Man's definitely in it. I can tell you that. He's definitely
Spider-Man's in this?
But it's not official. Why wouldn't he be?
Because Sony owns him. That could be a problem, too.
He was in Civil War.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's a whole thing. But Robert Downey Jr. had said in one of his comments on one of the posts that there will be more.
Okay, that's good then.
There's going to be more.
They better put Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman in this movie.
I'll take either or.
I'll take
if that's the
both
case.
Only.
Give me Ryan Reynolds. Just give me Ryan Reynolds.
I wouldn't hate either.
Well, because now he's with Loki in the time travel thing.
Yeah.
why can I not think of the name? The TVA.
Yeah.
Time Variance Authority. So he's with that. So I don't know about that. And then Spider-Man. Nobody knows he's Spider-Man anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I just hope that they put Deadpool and Wolverine in this movie. They hyped them so much as being a part of the MCU. It feels like a kick.
With all the X-Men coming back.
It feels like a kick to the balls.
With all the X-Men coming back.
There is no way they don't put them in.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Just like Tom Holland.
We're getting Cyclops, Mystic, Nightcrawler, Magneto. We're getting Professor X. Gambit. We're getting Beast. We're getting so many X-Men in this. We have over 8 X-Men confirmed.
Yeah.
There's no way they don't bring...
No. Especially with someone as iconic as
I'm saying that, but they won't
Reynolds.
be in there.
No, Ryan Reynolds will be in there. I'm confident about Ryan Reynolds.
I want to set myself up for failure and be excited as opposed to set myself up for success and be disappointed.
We have Yelena Belova in it.
That's true.
I have super high standards, and I really want to see them do well with Doom.
Yeah, I hope they do good with Doom.
I think by making Tony part of Tony's story part of Doctor Doom's.
I'm still so confused by that.
You're just confused in general.
Yeah.
About all this.
But
I want Tom Holland to be in it so we can see his reaction when he sees Tony.
That's fair.
Because I think that's going to be part of it. I think that's what's going to be a part of it. So.
That's fair. I don't know. I'm excited but nervous. This is going to be the first. This is going to be the second Avengers with that because we have Secret War still.
Yes.
This is going to be the second Avengers where we're not having.
And then you have Armor Wars, but I don't know if you consider that an MCU film, well, Avengers film, but that's a different topic.
Yeah, but when does Secret War come out?
Secret War. I had this.
Do we know the release date of that?
It's 2028, I think.
Okay, of course. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be in a cane and a diaper when it comes out. So yeah, I'm sure Doomsday is gonna come out in 2048.
May 20. It's a year later, 2027.
Oh,
in May. So all right. That'll be good.
But do we have the Secret War release date? Is it May 26th?
That's what this is. May 7th, 2027. Doomsday is May 1st, 2026.
You're confusing me.
Doomsday's coming out next.
Secret War first.
No, Doomsday's coming out next.
Doomsday is next?
Doomsday's next year. That's why we're talking about it.
Oh, I thought it was Secret War
Doomsday's
first.
next and then Secret Wars.
Someone on Twitter lied to me. I had it backwards, yeah.
That's why you were so confused.
That's why I was so confused. So, yeah.
No, okay, cool. I think I have high hopes.
I have high expectations. Let's see if they're met. That's where I'm at.
I thought you were setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah. I want it to be good, though. All right, we are at the 30-minute mark, though, so we do need to do another PSA. Let's do this. Millions of kids are using their energy wisely by installing energy-saving light bulbs. It only takes a second. So what's your excuse? Learn more at loseyourexcuse.gov. A message from the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council, as well as 88.3 WXOU. But we gotta talk about our next topic. We're gonna talk about, is console dying? Right, we gave a little preview to this last week.
If you have not listen to that episode, go follow us on, listen to it on YouTube or Spotify.
Yeah.
Sunday Night Nerdfest.
Yeah, you'll be able to find us on YouTube or Spotify if you missed it. But we did a little leak. We were going to talk about, is console dying this week?
Yeah.
A very relevant topic now that you're looking at buying a gaming PC.
I'm not looking at buying.
You are buying.
I've already ordered parts.
Oh, you ordered them?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I spent $1,000 yesterday.
Well, I think we will have a very similar opinion then.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yes and no. Nintendo.
I think Nintendo's a whole different beast.
I think Nintendo's going to be the only reason console's still alive.
So, I don't think Nintendo will be the reason console's alive. I think it will be the only console, right? So, here's my philosophy. We're starting to see PlayStation games and Xbox games that were exclusive start to come out on PC, which is not a good sign for console owners, right? Because that means that your game is coming off of the exclusivity of your platform and onto PC. A generally better gaming experience. A higher premium. It costs a lot more to game on a PC, but the gaming experience is significantly higher.
I agree, and I was a console user, and I mean, you got the Stream share, and then you're gonna have the Nintendo share. Like, what does PS and Xbox have for that? Nothing.
They have Game Pass,
but that's still a lot of money.
But Game Pass is also on PC, so that argument's irrelevant.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus is a joke of a service. That service is a joke.
And now you have PlayStation games that are coming to Xbox. Well,
PC.
PC.
I mean, like we've started to see the Horizon Zero Dawn series start to come to PC. Mm-hmm. We're starting to see God of War. The Spider-Man games are coming to PC. What is the reason to own a PlayStation right now? There's not a reason.
It looks pretty.
It's cheaper.
It looks pretty on my shelf.
It's cheaper than a PC.
It looks so pretty on my shelf. Reason. Do you know how pretty it looks?
You need to sell that thing.
I sold an Xbox 360 today.
You didn't even message me first? That's so messed up. It's okay. I'm messing with you. You looked at me like you were actually concerned that you made a mistake.
No, I was. I sold it for $50.
That's it?
I mean, I just wanted it gone.
Yeah, text me next time. But I just... The point that we're at in gaming, there's not a whole lot of reason to own a console right now, except for a Switch. And that is because their games are exclusive to Switch only.
I will say, something you cannot do on PC, play with multiple people there, like at the place. Like,
disagree.
The amount of the amount of times I have played on my PS4 with my friends at my house, like just Minecraft with split screen. There is no other experience like that. Like playing with your siblings or playing like stupid games. I can't even remember some of them. Like Lego Marvel. Like in person, like that is an experience PC will not get.
So here is my counterpoint and why I disagree.
Let me bring my PC over to your house.
No. To give you an idea, we have a PC in my living room where a console would normally be. If we were playing on a console, it would be in the living room. But we have a PC there instead. I can sync up multiple controllers and play PC games multiplayer.
What I'm saying is, like, not many people are going to have a PC in their living room.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you have a PC, yeah, it's going to suck to move it. But if you have a console, it's hard to explain.
Are you comparing moving a PC to moving a console?
Yes, they are not that different.
It is so much easier to move a console than a PC.
Yes, however, you are limited.
It's also safer to transfer.
It is safer to move, yes. However, you are much more limited on a console than you are a PC. Much more.
I just said, like,
there are a lot less games you can play. Yes, split screen is easier on console, I'll give you that. But it is not exclusive to console. I have a PC in my living room. I play Castle Crashers with my dad on that PC. It's just there. All you got to do is sync up two remotes the same way you would to an Xbox, and you can play a split screen game.
You are the only person I know that has a PC in their living room.
Because it has more options for single player and multiplayer. It's got more options for both.
It's also a lot more expensive.
It is a lot more expensive. Don't get me wrong. But
how much is that PC in your living room?
It's like $700.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. It's a couple $100 more than console. But it can be used for so much more. Yeah. It can be used for general usage like a computer, but you can use it in your living room. You have gaming. You have couch co-op. You have
streaming.
You can use all the streaming platforms on it.
One of the streaming platforms I use, I can't get on my Xbox.
Right.
Like, I can only do it on my computer.
Right.
For certain reasons.
You have so much more access on a PC than a console for a realistically pretty similar price. It's pretty close. Yeah, it's going to be a couple $100 more, but the amount more that you can do for that couple $100 is tremendously larger than what you can do on a console, which is why I think console's fading out so hard. Back when I was a kid, it was console or nothing. That was it. Yeah. PC gaming wasn't that big. There was like RuneScape. There was like Wizard 101 when I was a kid. There was World of Warcraft, but there wasn't PC gaming for single player. It didn't exist. Yeah. Right? That was a console thing basically only. right? But as time has progressed and more games that are either story-focused or multiplayer-focused have been coming out, they're coming out on PC, and the experience is just better than console. It's just a better experience in general. The only console I think that will stick around for a while is Nintendo stuff, because their exclusivity is staying. They're sticking to it. If Odyssey came out on PC, I would not have a Switch. If Breath of the Wild came out on a PC, I would not have a Switch. There is no reason for me to have a Switch.
Yeah.
No reason at all. I would just have a Steam Deck. That's it. Because it's the portability that you have the Switch for. Yeah, I have a Steam Deck. I seriously think that the only reason Nintendo will stick around is because they're sticking to exclusivity, and they're doing things that other companies are too afraid to do because it limits the hardware, right? Like, coming out with a console that is portable is hard. It's really hard. The Steam Deck is as close to a portable console that I can think of coming out in the last 10 years.
Only other portable console I think of, and it's not even really a console, is the VRs.
PS Vita.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
PlayStation Vita and PlayStation Portable. But those were between... Those don't count. Those are not portable. Not very portable. The Quest is, but if you have a VR rig, it is not very portable.
If you have a Quest, like I have...
That's portable, but that's the whole thing behind it. Anyways, I seriously think that Xbox will be the first to go, because Xbox has a relationship with Microsoft, which is one of the main... I mean, Microsoft is Windows.
Yeah.
So the first console to go is going to be the one that has the closest relationship to PC. But PlayStation is going to fizzle out very quickly after.
Because they don't have exclusive games anymore.
Because they don't have exclusive games anymore. Right? The only one that will stick around is Nintendo, because they're continuing to innovate. Right? We saw on, I think it was the Switch 2's official reveal, that the controllers completely come out.
That was cool.
And it's not like the slide-in that we currently have for the Switch. It is a magnetize, which is sweet.
It'll be cool to see.
And the controllers are bigger. Much bigger. And they're powering up the console, and they're bringing exclusive games to it. And they're doing things that other companies won't do, like gyro controls.
Explain what those are.
So gyro controls are tracking the position of the controller, and that impacts the game. It's like, I mean, I guess PlayStation did it a little with Astrobot, but Astrobot is
literally the only one you use it for.
Astrobot's a different world entirely. But like they're trying to do different things, and a lot of gaming companies aren't. Right? Like PlayStation and Microsoft with Xbox are not going to shift their console to something completely different, and it's going to kill them. It's going to kill them. They're losing their exclusivity. PC's getting it. They're losing their convenience in pricing because PC is pretty affordable now. It used to not be. PC used to be super expensive. Like when I was getting into it in 2021, 2020 to 2020, it was really expensive because parts were in high demand because of COVID. Now parts are in pretty easy demand. You can get a really solid parts for, let's be honest, a pretty reasonable price now. You can get a gaming PC close to $700 and it'll be solid.
It'll be solid.
It'll last you a couple of years, which is what the consoles do anyways. Plus, the PC has more use than just gaming. That's why console is dying, is because their use ends at gaming. That's it. It's over. If you're not gaming on it, you're doing nothing on it. Right? PC can be used for streaming. It can be used for music. It can be used for gaming. It can be used for work. It can be used for so many things that console can't compete. The only console that can is the Switch because it's portable.
It's unique.
And it's exclusive. It's unique, right?
Yeah. They have no other competitors either.
There's no competitor for Nintendo. None. Including PC. PC can't compete with Nintendo's exclusivity.
I'm sorry.
And their
I might buy one of the Switches just to play Tamagotchi.
Yeah, Tamagotchi Life. Yeah, it's going to be really good.
I have to. If they made another DS, I would buy it.
Oh, I wouldn't heartbeat.
100%.
I wouldn't heartbeat.
They should.
I think the biggest thing that Nintendo has over these other consoles is the fact that their names are recognizable. Their characters are recognizable, which has been a thing for other consoles. And they have
those rights to those characters.
They also have the rights to those characters. But, like, I mean, God of War, that's recognizable. Ratchet and Clank, that's recognizable. Master Chief, it's recognizable. But it's on PC. It's on PC, so it doesn't matter. You're not getting people coming to your console anymore for your exclusive characters.
Even Spider-Man.
Even Spider-Man is on PC. You know, that's what Nintendo still has, is these exclusive characters.
You got
Mario, you got Link, Kirby.
Yeah, Link, Kirby.
You've got the
Tamagotchi Life even.
Tamagotchi Life. You've got
the Mii's.
Rhythm Haven. The Mii's. You have Samus.
Crash.
The Pokemon games. I mean, Pokemon's the number one top grossing franchise in the world.
Yeah.
Number one. Second behind it is Hello Kitty. That's how big Pokemon is. Right?
Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And they are exclusive to Nintendo.
Yeah.
And it shows how important that exclusivity is. Because people will buy a Switch or a Nintendo console just for Pokemon.
That's crazy.
People will buy it just for Pokemon.
What do you think the price of the Switch is going to be when they come
Switch
out?
2?
Yeah.
I think it'll be probably close to 400. Something like that.
It's not bad.
It's a nice upgrade in parts.
Yeah.
At
Wait
least
a year and it'll be down like to 300. I don't know.
Yeah, probably something like that. I think the Switch 2 is going to be a great upgrade for consoles. We're going to see a lot of innovation with the Switch 2 from what I've been seeing.
One we didn't mention, Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, yeah. I mean,
that.
That's a gigantic game series. I love Animal Crossing.
And then the Pikmin series, too.
Oh, my... Don't even get me started on Pikmin. I love
Maybe we'll cover
Pikmin.
Nintendo games next time.
I love Pikmin. I would love to. I am in love with... We'll do that next time. The content that Nintendo has. The problem is their console is not strong enough, right? But they're listening to that feedback and making a stronger console with their exclusive games.
I want it to be more durable.
What are you doing to your Switch?
It's not me.
What is your brother doing to your Switch? My Switch is in pristine condition.
He had a little phase of his life where he broke so many electronics. He punched a TV.
That's terrible.
Yeah, sorry, Logan. I know he's not listening.
That's fine.
So. Yeah, so he's just rough on him too.
Wow.
Like, he's broken keyboards, broken controllers.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, he's one of those gamers.
I broke a controller once or twice, but that was also because they were older controllers, and I just kept playing on them hard. But I mean, I don't know. I think the Switch 2 is going to be a huge upgrade for consoles. It's what console needs to stay alive right now.
I want them to make another DS.
The Switch 2, though, we did get a leak. You know how earlier in my Geek of the Week I talked about the virtual game cards?
Yeah.
It was revealed on their website on accident that you will be able to loan out Switch 2 games as well. You will be able to loan out Switch 2 Standard and Switch 2 Edition games. What this means is Switch 2 will be getting remakes of Switch 1 games on a higher quality engine.
Shit.
That's exciting. That's really exciting.
No, that's really cool to hear. And, like, being able to loan them out.
Yeah. Well, the loan out in and of itself is super exciting, but mostly the Switch 2 edition means that you're going to be able to get a higher quality Odyssey. You're going to be able to get a higher quality Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom.
Pokemons.
Higher quality Pokemon. You're going to be able to get updated versions of these games, which, another thing, Microsoft with Xbox and PlayStation aren't remastering old games on their new console.
They're doing some of them.
Some of them, yeah. But a lot of them are staying in the same aspect ratio on a new console.
Yep.
Which is not good.
No,
it's not what people want.
It doesn't make it worth it either.
No, it does not make it worth it. But on PC, you can just up the graphics quality. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is change the setting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm. You should be excited for your PC.
And I have, like, some of the best of the best.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got some great parts.
It's gonna be so pretty.
It is upsetting because console is a part of my childhood.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's what I grew up. I grew up on the Wii. I grew up on the DS. I grew up on the GameCube. N64.
I think I have a GameCube.
Like, those are
Probably gonna sell it.
things I grew... Don't sell that. Those are things that I grew up on, and I've been seeing them evolve, and it stinks to see something I've loved so much start to go down the drain.
Statement of our childhood, like, playing Minecraft on your Xbox or PS.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
Or going back to when you had the wired controllers.
Playing Smash on a Wii. Playing Smash on GameCube.
Skylanders.
Yeah, we'll talk about Skylanders sometime soon. We could not fit Skylanders in with Phase 3. That was a part of our plan, but Phase 3 was a little bit too long.
But also playing, like, all the Wii games.
Yes.
Wii Sports. There will be, especially the Nintendo Wii Sports. Don't get it. It's not worth it. There will never be another Wii Sports.
No.
I'll just claim that now. Like, that was such an iconic game. Like, if you didn't play it once, you had no childhood.
It was innovation. Yeah.
And then they came out with the Wii U and it flopped.
It was coming out with something new that people wanted. And Xbox hasn't been doing it. PlayStation hasn't been doing it. Let's be honest, until recently, the Switch hadn't been doing it. Until they recently announced virtual game cards, and they're going to be revealing more Switch 2 stuff later this week, they haven't really been doing a whole lot of
Jake will talk about next time?
Oh, I will be talking about it next time.
Get all your updates here, folks.
Yeah, you'll be getting plenty of Nintendo Switch 2 updates next week. We're going to have a full half hour for that, because I'm sure it's going to be really exciting.
For sure.
But...
No, this is an exciting, like, new change. It's like a new era. We should name these eras.
They're seasons. We've already talked about this.
We have?
Yes.
What?
For anyone who is unaware, and Mel, how this works is this is a college station, right? So each semester is going to be a new season in our show catalog.
Oh, I was talking about different gaming history seasons.
Like
different, like, phases.
Like periods?
Yeah. We'll name them. We'll have the S, N, and F periods. Okay. But yeah, go back to the seasons.
Yeah, so basically every semester throughout a school year, we're going to have different seasons. So in the next couple weeks, our first season will be ending, which is crazy. Don't worry. You're not going to have to wait a full summer with no Sunday Night Nerd Fest. It just might be a little bit more sporadic. So make sure you follow us
on our SNNF _official Instagram. Again, if you did not catch that, it is SNNF _official on Instagram. Follow us to get updates. We post every week about our show and if it's on or not.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. You were dying.
Yeah, I had the stomach flu last week, and I could not get out of that. That was bad. I was sick for probably a full week.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was not fun. But we're out of it. We're out of the rut. I'm feeling
Finally,
good. Man. But yeah, so our first season is going to be ending sometime in April
20th, I think.
April 20th?
April 20th. That Sunday.
That Sunday is probably going to be our last episode in Season 1. You will still get...
And then Season 2...
Content
will hopefully be
summer.
Starting that next Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be talking more behind the scenes about that. But we do still plan on continuing the seasons throughout the summer, as well as next fall semester. But I'm going to give you guys a little preview. And also, so Mel has to stick to it.
What?
Over the summer, we're going to look at doing a recurring 30-minute segment on bad movies.
What? Yeah, I know we are. It's going to be fun, guys.
We're looking at some of the worst reviewed movies
We're going to watch Slaughterhouse.
We're going to watch Slaughterhouse. We're going to watch Birdemic.
The Starving Games.
Starving Games, the Hungover Games. There are going to be a lot of great...
We're going to watch Sharknado.
We're going to watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yes! Can we watch that whole franchise?
No.
Can we watch FNAF?
That's not a bad movie, though.
Can we watch Thor?
That is a bad movie.
Can we watch Captain Marvel?
We'll talk about this more behind the scenes. But we're not going anywhere. You guys need to... give us a follow on Spotify and YouTube so that way you don't miss us on our episodes.
Yeah, we post every Wednesday.
Yes. New episodes come out every Wednesday at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. EST.
If you're listening on Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST, well, you wouldn't be getting to this part of the show.
Yeah, it'd be closer to like 10.
Yeah. But thanks for listening. Check out our other episodes.
Yeah.
Tune in live.
Next week is going to be fun. We're going to be doing a little bit of a preview of next week. We're going to be talking about the Minecraft movie. For sure. Because it's going to suck.
MCU Phase 4.
We're going to talk about MCU Phase 4. And hopefully we'll get to Skylanders next week is the goal.
And then Nintendo games, maybe. We'll figure that out.
We do have the Nintendo Switch too. So those are probably going to be our 4 topics because Phase 4 is not as big as Phase 3.
Yeah. No, I think Phase 3 might... No, Phase 5 is huge.
Phase 5 is huge, but Phase 4, we should be fine. So we're planning on going back to that half hour next week for Phase 4.
I have no internet connection.
Nice. So we'll have plenty of time for talking about how fucking awful the Minecraft movie is going to be. We'll have plenty to talk about how amazing the Switch 2 reveal stuff will be. And plenty of time to talk about how amazing Skylanders were.
And check out the the downfall of the MCU.
Yeah.
I'm
not excited to have to talk shit about the MCU for a full half hour next week.
What do you mean? We're going to have 30-minute segments on bad movies.
Yeah,
you gotta get ready to talk shit.
Those we know are bad.
And the MCU so for real. It's gonna be me just talking
about bad movies.
About the MCU Phase 4 and 5.
Yeah, probably.
So you're just gonna have to nod and listen.
I'm gonna buckle in for that.
Oh, but, you guys gotta buckle in for that too, then.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, so that's pretty much all we've got for this week. If you guys have any suggestions, make sure to
DM us
on our Instagram,
which is SNNF_official on Instagram.
Yes. But
shameless plug.
Shameless plug. But yeah, we do love your guys' feedback. We love hearing what topics you guys are interested in hearing, and hopefully in the not so distant future we will have some extra time for call-ins.
Yeah.
I will let anyone know who is planning on calling in. Now that our episodes are recorded, we will have to have a verbal statement from you that you are okay with being on a later recording of the show when we upload it. So as long as you're cool with that, you get to hear your voice.
Which sucks.
I love it.
You won't listen to the recordings.
No, I won't. That's why I love it.
I listen to the recordings, guys. I'm our #1 fan.
Okay. Yeah, that's all we got this week. Yeah. Thank you very much for tuning in.
We will get next week at
10 p.m.
on Sunday nights.
On Sunday night. Tune in at 9 for the pregame.
Hopefully.
What do you mean, hopefully?
Hopefully.
Tune in at least for Sunday Night Nerd
Yes,
Fest
at 10 p.m.
Next Sunday, we'll be talking about some awesome topics. But we're going to let you guys get out of here a little earlier this week.
Losers.
We're gonna get you back to some music here.
Yeah.
But again, thank you guys very much for tuning in, and we will see you next Sunday night.
Adios, amigos.